Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I decided I'm going to show you guys my Monster High doll collection. This is not everything because there is a junk drawer, or as I like to call it, the doll morgue. Also, don't mind how my voice sounds. I have the lines in now, and I have all of this. It's gonna be like that until next October, so yeah, just get used to this new voice of mine. But hopefully afterwards I'll have a straighter smile. I'm gonna show you my current setup because I did just kind of fix it all up. There are some empty spots still, which you'll see if you watch my doll room tour. I didn't really go into too much details, and I like to do like a little collection video once a year. So yeah, I'm just gonna start with a bookcase at a time, and we're gonna move our way to the end. I have 6 bookcases to show you. So let's start with the first one. So obviously we're gonna start with the top section. This is the core wave from 2010. None of these are reproductions. These are all the originals of these characters. I do have the reproductions, and I'll show you guys those later. Now, I'm not one to be like a stickler for gold elastics or straight peg dolls, but I've somehow managed to get exactly that in my collection. Of course, I got most of these before the Monster High prices went astronomically high, and that is something about my entire collection. This is 10 years worth of dolls and collecting. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of these used, thrifted, and I will let you guys know that as I see them. There's 7 dolls on here. I do need Deuce still. If anyone is willing to sell me like a basic Deuce, like an original, not the reproduction, that'd be great. I did used to have him though, but he like was breaking at the crotch region, and I don't know what happened there. Great, I love this display. I'm glad Holt can actually stay because he is a boy doll, and the boy dolls and tall dolls in general do not stand well on these bookcases. If we look up there, this is what my friend Maddie Dolls got me for my birthday last year. I literally sobbed for a good 20 minutes because it was just so unexpected, and I love this doll so much, so she's on the top because yes. Now, this is like one of my favorite little displays. I recently did this on my shelf too because I have all these like random Monster High knickknacks. So I wanted to put them on like a mini shelf. Here's some random Monster High products that I've gathered throughout the years. Like this pin, it was from last year's Comic-Con. It was like $10. It's so cool. You guys know I'm obsessed with Frankie, so obviously I have a little shrine here of Frankie's like memorabilia that I've gotten over the years. Then we have some more of the rag dolls. I have Cleo, Dracula, and Claudine. I do want the rest of them. And then behind that is a signed picture from Garrett Sanders. He did like these little prints at, I think, PowerCon. My friend Morg's dolls got that for me, and it was really cool, so I put it back there. And then over here we have the Dracula and the Claudine Funkos that came out with the Frankie. And then there's like a little Count Fabulous little vinyl that I got actually from one of you guys when you sent me your doll for the doll spa. Next we have School's Out. I don't know why Laguna's purse fell, but you know, whatever. But this is like the entire collection. I'm so happy I finished this. I literally finished it last year because I got Laguna finally when I bought that big lot. So I was able to keep the Laguna, and I'm so happy I got her. She's complete. All of them are pretty much complete. I think they're just missing maybe a few accessories each, but other than that, I mean, I'm happy. Next we have Dead Tired. Now this is one of the most iconic doll slumber party lines ever in my personal opinion. I mean, the next best is probably the Bratz one. But anyways, this is all the Dead Tired dolls that I've accumulated over the years. There's a lot more, I just don't have them all. By the way, you might be wondering what they're standing on. I would give you the link for it, but they're really bad stands, so I'm just gonna skip on that. I will link some stands that I use for G3 down below, but these ones are cute. They look really good and aesthetic, but they're just really bad. Below Dead Tired, we have like the cheerleading doll. I do have other dolls uniforms, like the fashion packs. So like I have Claudine, I have Deuce, I have Laguna. I just don't have dolls to put in those outfits. But yeah, I'm gonna eventually add those to the shelf. That's why it's a little, you know, empty, but it's gonna look super cute once the other dolls are added. Then below them, sorry, my camera is just not gonna get that low, but isn't a bunch of other basics. Don't mind Rebecca, she's naked. I rerouted her last year, I just have not done her hair. But yeah, these are my basics. We have Nephra, Operetta, Jackson, Howleen, Venus, Rochelle, and Rebecca, obviously. When I was originally doing this like little bookcase, I was trying to do it by year because in 2010 there was like maybe $30. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But, I was trying to do all of them by year, but I don't have every Monster High G1 doll. I have a good amount, but I don't have them all. So I'm actually really happy with the collection size I do have. One thing I did want to do this year was only display like my favorite and my favorite collections I have almost complete, instead of it just being random dolls like it was before. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this little bookcase right here. I really do like it, especially that little shelf in the middle. I love that so much. Okay, so now we're going to be starting what I like to call the movie shelves. 2 bookcases full of just movie dolls or special dolls, the ones that just had media connected to them. So obviously I did it in order of the releases of the DVDs or specials. So the first ever Monster High special was Dawn of the Dance. Actually came with most of the dolls like in DVD form, which is really cute. And I think I do have 2 of those, which I should put on display with them, but I'll find it eventually. Missing only 2 dolls from this collection. I do have Cleo, she's just in box. I'm actually debating if I should start this series where I unbox dolls every other Thursday. That's kind of like a throwback series. And I kind of want to unbox her in that video, just kind of like a little throwback series. Let Let me know in the comments if you'd love to see that. But once Cleo's open, she will be joining her friends right there. By the way, there is Laguna and her hydration station. Again, I probably am going to be selling that, so yeah. Then below that, we have the Sweet 1600 dolls, because I don't believe Bride On got any kind of dolls. That was just kind of special. These are the Sweet 1600 dolls. I did used to have Cupid, and you guys may know she was bald for many years. And then I did attempt to reroot her, but her head was super hard, and every time I poked a needle through it, the plastic was just coming through like a little speck. Want to get Cupid back eventually, but as of right now, these are the only dolls from that collection I have. Then below Sweet 1600 is Skull Shores. I did acquire some of these last year as well in that lot. I think I actually only had the 2 Frankies prior to this, and then the lot came and I got the rest of those. So I think I'm just missing Ghoulia and Gil, if I'm correct. And I did have like 2 Ghoulias from that lot, but I did do their hair and sell them for like $1 on my Whatnot stream back in the day because they weren't complete. So yeah, I need to get Ghoulia. Then below it, we have Skulltimate Roller Maze, which is one of my like least favorite movies, but also the dolls are like really sentimental and nostalgic. So I really would like to complete the collection. I think I'm only missing Claudine, Abby, and Laguna. Next off is Ghouls Rule. I have the complete collection. I just got Cleo last year in that lot. I did her hair, so she's the only one out of that bunch that has had her hair done. The rest need their hair like styled and, you know, fixed because, you know, their elastics have snapped. So yeah, I'm gonna try fixing their hair this year. Maybe we'll see. Maybe around Halloween. I think that'd be a good video because it's a Halloween kind of line. Then on the bottom, we have Scaris City of Frights. I don't have every doll from this collection either, even though there's a lot like down there. I think I'm only missing Deuce, Ghoulia, and Claudine, and Ejaculate from this collection. So now we're moving on to this bookcase, and this is the third one of 6. This is 13 Wishes, the best Monster High movie. I do not care, and I will not fight anyone on that. This is just the best movie they put out. The collection was amazing. I don't have every doll from that, of course. I love this movie. I'm happy I have the main 4 dolls, and Gigi can't stand on here because she's just really tall with the hair. If you want to know how I did Gigi's hair, I do have a short, and I will list it down below. It did very well, so you probably have seen it. And then above 13 Wishes, I have my Recharge Chamber Frankie. I have 2 of her, and you'll see the other one soon, but this is the one that like has her original hair still. Now sadly, my Recharge Chamber doesn't work anymore. It only lights up now. It doesn't do the hair raising anymore, which sucks. Below 13 Wishes, we have the Frights Camera Action dolls. I hate this movie so much, but I am only missing Elizabeth from the basics that came out of this, and of course I'm missing the other 3 like budget dolls, which is Dracula, Laguna, and Cleo. But I would be actually fine with just Elizabeth and calling it a day. Like, this is a doll right here that I definitely need to reboot. Like, I lost her parting. She was my first Spoil Wash doll, believe it or not. And honestly, I just have not found a color that matches this exact shade of yellow. So that is why I haven't rerouted her yet. But she was like one of my favorites. Next, we have Freaky Fusion. I can't believe that Frights Camera Action and Freaky Fusion are turning 10 years old this year. And this collection is massive. There were so many dolls. We really had no chill with this collection. But over there is my Frankie that I rerouted. She has Saran hair instead of the Kanekalon, and a bit longer. So it just looks 100 times better, and I love that doll. And then I got Jackson over there. I did used to have the Dracula in that collection, but I got rid of her. Down below is Haunted. I do have Vendala. She's just missing because I am going to be rerouting her. But standing in her place is Spectra, and Spectra's, you know, oof, she's ugly. But out of the other dolls that came out, I'm good with these ones right here. Next up, we have Boo York collection. Okay, I will be real with you. I was so excited when it came out, but looking back at it, I really wish that I spent my money wisely that year, because I loved Freak the Chic so much more. I don't know why I spent it on Boo York. My first viral video actually came from Nefra, which was my Katy Perry Dark Horse video that she was in. After that, I just did videos based on all of them. So yeah, I love these dolls, but I really wish that I got Freak the Chic over them. Obviously, the last Monster High movie from G1 to come out was Great Scary Reef, but it seems that I sold all of my Great Scary Reef dolls last year except for Perry and Pearl, and I don't know why I did that. This is where they would go. So in their spot is this collection down here. I am debating on selling them and, you know, getting a different collection out of them. We shall see. But this is like one of the last G1 lines that came out in 2016. 2 of the dolls are Target exclusives. They're at the ends, Elizabeth and Jane. But that pretty much ends off the movie shelves. I'm surprised I have almost all the dolls from the movies, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're gonna move on on to what I like to call the store exclusive shelf. Most of these are my favorite collections that they ever put out from Monster High, so you're gonna see them all. But we're gonna start with Power Ghouls. So Power Ghouls came out 2013. So happy to finally get them all. I do have Deadfast and Webberella, and then also the Voltages came out for Comic-Con in 2022. They're just not there because they're Comic-Con dolls. They're in a different display. Then above it, I have my two frightfully tall ghouls. And then next to them, I have the Collector Draculaura, which I am kind of debating on selling as well. Sweet screams. This is my favorite Monster High collection of all time. I've mentioned it several times now. I love this doll line so much. But anyways, this was a Target exclusive line for 2014. Loved them so much. I got Frankie and Draculaura new box years later, but Abby and Ghoulia, they were in a lot with some other dolls, so I'm happy I got them all, basically. But this is Gloom and Bloom. It came out 2015. Two of the dolls on this display are Target exclusives. I was lucky to get Cleo recently, and Jennifer, she is missing her little flowers to go on her ankles, and I believe one that goes on her button. So again, if anyone's selling those, hit me up. I've been looking for those for years, literally, and I would love to complete this doll finally. And then I have Jane and I have Amanita. I just need to get Katrine and Venus. They're pretty reasonably easy to get, I think, so I'll get them eventually. So now we've left Target land and we move on to Toys R Us. But basically we have I Heart Fashion. This was a line that lasted a few years, so I'm only missing 2 dolls from this collection and I'll have everything that's ever come out from it. One thing about me with I Heart Fashion is I need them to be complete if I'm gonna buy them, and I've gotten pretty lucky that all of these, I believe, have all their stuff. I'm just missing Cleo, which is my favorite of all these dolls, and she's obviously the most expensive, and Iris. And then below them, you can see that these are kind of like the dolls that came out at like Kohl's and stuff like that. They're like the I Heart accessory line, I believe, or whatever, kind of similar. They were just dolls that came with like one extra of something. So like if it was shoes, it was shoes. If it was bags, it's bags, XYZ. And I have almost all of them. I think I'm just missing, like I said, the Draculaura that came out, the original Frankie, and there might be another doll I'm missing that I can't remember on the top of my head, but I'm so happy that I have that Skeleta. I've wanted them for so many years. Now below them, I was gonna put Freak the Chic here, but like I said, I only have 2 dolls. I put the Fierce Rockers down there and Casta. I'm only missing that 2-pack that came out with the Fierce Rockers, and I would like to get that because that's a really good Toralei and a really good caddy. Okay, we're moving on to the next shelf. I kind of like to call this the school activity shelf. 2 of these are not school related, and they will eventually change to match the school vibes once I get certain collections. On top is one of my favorite collections from 2014. This is New Scaremester. Yeah, I think it's just Jennifer I'm missing now from this collection, and I'm so excited. I just got Caddy. She's missing some of her stuff, so I need to look for her shoes and I need to look for her bag. I think Gigi and also Katrine need their bags, but other than that, complete collection. And above them I have this Watsit plush that I got from Macy's the day before the world shut down for the pandemic. Jane Bula is just chilling up there because, you know, she loves animals, so like, why not? Then below New Scaremester is Monster Exchange. Now this again is one of my favorite collections ever. My second favorite from 2015. It was really cool. It was like some ghouls from the main school were leaving to go to different schools for a semester, and while new ones are coming into Monster High. I thought that was so cool. I am just missing Draculaura and Kirsty Trollson, and I have the complete collection, and I'm so excited. I'm like trying to figure out the lighting right now. So the next shelf is kind of a mixed match. We have Ghoul Sports and Ghoul Spirit. So Ghoul Sports was a more deluxe line. It was like 3 characters getting like sports, you know, dolls, and I really love this collection. My Toralei sadly has like ripped pants, so she's in that pose for a reason. And then next to it's Ghoul Spirit. That was a budget line. I'm only missing Venus from it, and I thought it made sense to put them right there because it's like, oh yay, they're like cheering on the ghouls who are doing their sports. Then below that, again, this is kind of leaving the school vibes because they're just at a coffee shop, but it's my Coffin Bean dolls. I have the little Coffin Bean playset, and I do have the Draculaura that like is kind of harder to get. She was like packaged together with that Claudine, but originally I think it was packaged with just Claudine. I need to clean them up still. And then Frankie is this vibing, talking to them. And I did put the Comic Book Club Ghoulia here just because I didn't have a spot for her. I do want to plan and get the rest of the dolls from this collection. I do have Toralei, and like I said, she's in box right now, so maybe if that series is like well received by you guys in the comments of opening them every other Thursday, I think we can do something. That'd be fun. So now we're kind of returning back to school here. So we have some of the like sciencey dolls and field trip dolls. So Laguna is part of the Home Ick series, I think. did used to have the Frankie, and I think she's the only Frankie I'm missing now. Then below that is where I have my Freak Chic Claudine, and typically this is where my Twyla is too, but I'm debating on fixing her hair right now and rerouting her, so she's kind of like in a work pile somewhere. But anyways, guys, that is all of the bookcases that have open dolls. And the last one is kind of something I just put together last night, and I'm really living for it. So here it is. It's kind of like some of my box dolls. Well, it's actually all box dolls, what I'm saying. So controversial. I do have most of the collector dolls in and out of box, and it's because I've always wanted that as a collector. When I was younger, I used to see people do that all the time with the Comic-Con dolls and some other dolls. So as I got older and Monster High came back, I bought other dolls. But yeah, I do love to have them in and out of box just so I can like play with their hair and also just like, you know, experience them in their boxes still. So here's Real Drama. I was actually debating on selling this to my friend, the ones that are in box, because I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of Real Drama now looking back at it. Then above them, I do have my Vampire Heart Draculaura. She's really cool. I was able to get her. Then below them, we have some of my pre-productions. These are the first 4 that came out, and then Cleo and Deuce just came out this year. I'm actually really happy that Monster High has been like restocking the pre-productions this time a little better. We just need the first 4 to come back out, and it'll be so much better for collectors. Because doll boxes are kind of different heights all the time, I had to make another mini shelf, and I love this one so much. I have my little Monster High Encyclopedia book. I have 2 of the DVDs, and then I have the Boo York CD, which I guess not a lot of people had. And then there's another one of those Monster High pins. We have the Polly Pocket that came out this year. There's also some rings from Hot Topic, the little minis that came out in G2, which is probably one of the best things that came out of G2, the little miniatures. The first ever like PR thing I ever got from Monster High, which is that Zombie Gaga little triangle right there. And I also have this little lunchbox that I got from my friend Rachel, Dolls on the Go on Instagram. And then below it, we have the rest of the creepy productions that came out this year, which is Abby, Ghoulia, and Spectra. And then I have my 2 original Rebecca and Caddy box dolls that I just got on Facebook Marketplace in 2020 for 20 bucks each. Then below them, I have these Scary Tale dolls, and I love this collection too. I would not be mad if we got a new ghoul added to this collection for Comic-Con. And the last thing on the shelf is the Monster High movie like little PR box. It like sings when you open it, and inside of it, I think it's just a bunch of the stuff that was in it. But yeah, that's pretty much all the dolls I have on my bookcases right now. I'm going to show you a quick run through of my little section that you kind of see in all my videos real quickly, and then I'm going to end off this video. So here's the display you see when I film a video typically. As you can see, like I have my little Comic-Con outfit, I have all the creepy productions and the Off-White dolls right there, along with Vampire Heart, Draculaura, and Lenore, and also my other play button and my 2 first Monster High dolls ever, which were this picnic casket set, so it makes sense that they're like separate from the rest of the collection, and you're my plaques because they're special to me. Then we have my little wall shelves, and these house pretty much all the collector Monster High dolls that have come out so far. There are some missing because I have skipped on some releases this year because money's been a little tight for me. Here's the Dracula that came out last year. She's just hanging from my ceiling, which I really love. Like, it looks really cool. And then my RuPaul doll is just kind of flying too. I just love how they look like they're flying. That's so cool. And then next to it, I have my 2 prints that I got from Comic-Con. This one was gifted to me by my friend Nicole for 2022 because I didn't go to the physical con. And then this one I got physically last year, and it was so special. But yeah, that is pretty much my Monster High collection here. And then above it, it's just all my box versions of those dolls. So all of the Skelectors, some of the Comic-Con dolls, and then Hunk Couture, and my little Avatar doll that I got that was made by Morgan and Emma, and I love it so much. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire Monster High G1 collection. Like I said, there are some dolls in my little doll morgue that are in limbo right now because I don't know if I'm going to be keeping them or if I'm going to sell them. Some of them are just like, like I don't care about the dolls, I just had them for many years. Let me know your thoughts on it down below. Anyways, if this is your first time watching my channel, hi, my name is Jay and I do doll stuff, duh. And I'd love you to join the channel. Also, if you made it to the end of this video, make sure to comment a skull emoji so I know that you watch my videos fully. The engagement helps, guys, it really, really does. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. But until then, bye.